Well, after a long, hard day, I actually have now my internal insulation complete as well. So the internal walls now have the insulation, the SoundScreen insulation, as you see right there. So pretty much all around, and that just finished. So those 4 additional bags are for the ceiling, which will go probably later on. Most likely just before I start installing the gyprocs. So because it's, I mean, I can put them now and use some sort of sticky tapes to keep them up there so they don't fall down. I mean, they are rigid, but still they might fall down. So I'll have to decide on that one as I go along, or just put them up before putting the gyprocs on. See how that goes. But I have now my second layer of insulation, and it's all complete. So, and it definitely sounds much duller, dead. It's very dry in here. There's no echoes, and I'm pretty sure my sound using the camera's microphones that I'm just using now, which is my Zoom Q4. You know, it's pretty good. It's quite dead, you know, but I still don't have a door yet. I've just actually put in the door frame for the outside door, and hopefully that'll be my next thing to do, is to install the door, the outside door. And then once I have the internal gyprocs, then I know how wide my door frame is going to be and the jamb and so on. So I'll have to cut it to size. So that's why the internal door will go on later on. Once I still haven't decided on the internal gyproc whether I should use acoustic gyproc, which are about 10 mil, or the thicker 16 mil gyprocs. So that's going to make a difference, because if I use the acoustic one, which is more expensive, less, 10 mil, will have the same acoustic capabilities of the 16 mil gyproc. So that's between 20 and 32 millimeter thickness of the gyproc of the 2 layers. So I need to actually work out and see what's my best option. I won't be using any quiet glue or green glue and those sort of things between the gyprocs. It's just far too expensive for what it is. I have not really seen, I mean, there are lots of information from the supplier about the acoustic capabilities, but I have not actually seen A-B difference between a room, a soundproof room, which constructed and tested the sound transmission loss between having no green glue or quiet glue between the gyprocs, and the same room, the same size, I guess take it all apart and put new set of gyprocs with the green glue in it and measure it again. I have not seen that. All I have is, technical specifications. You know, people say that it does work, but for the price, which is going to be like, it's going to add $1,600 minimum. I think probably more, nearly $2,000 just for the glue. I don't think I'm going to go with it anyway. I'm pretty sure with the 2 layers of insulation, the air gap, and double gyprocs, whether acoustic 10 mil or 16 mil, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have quite a bit of sound transmission loss from inside to outside and outside to inside. We'll see how I go. So I'm going to measure it, and as I've been doing throughout, and I'll let you know anyway. From the outside, as you can see, I already have my blue board all up and finished, and all the putty has been down where the screws went. So the next stage is, I guess I'll have to sand them down, and once that's done, then there'll be undercoat and 2 layers of paint, and outside will be finished. Of course, there's going to be some plastic bits that's going to cover the corners and all this at the bottom skirtings, and I've got the eaves as well, but it's getting there outside as well, so it's progressing on both levels. Well, it looks like the ceiling ones that I'm putting on, they're quite a standard size, so they're fitting quite nicely and they don't seem to be falling down. I mean, even if they do, there might be one or two, if that, because some of them are not one whole piece, they're actually multiple pieces sort of together, stuck up there. But looks like I've done quite a few now and they are holding on, so I'm just going to keep going and just finish the ceiling as well. Well, I just put in the last panel of SoundScreen insulation bat on the roof one. So now the room is now completely covered with the second layer of the insulation. So that's all, another milestone completed. And the next stage is now to get the gyprocked. It sounds cool. It's going to be lots of cleanup to do, and but other than that, it's all good. I still have, I think I over-calculated maybe. I still have one more bag left. I still have one more bag left. I don't know what calculation was wrong. I think because I was probably using all of the offcuts. See all these offcuts right there? Now they're going to be still used. I'm not throwing them away because what I'm going to do is I'll put the camera down and I'll show you what I'm going to do with all of those spare ones. Nothing gets wasted here because they all cost money. Okay, let's talk about all of these spare offcuts, they've been cut from the insulation to make it fit in each area. I've got big pieces, small pieces, and few more as well. So what to do with them? Don't throw them away, because now that I've got rid of those, because this wood that I've been using to as a ruler to actually cut those bits out, they are part of the plan. These are for panels, acoustic panels. So I've got a couple of those. They'll be cut in size and they'll be joined together like so. And then to create a frame, then on one side there will be material which you might have seen in my current studio. As you can see, those two panels on the side as base straps and one in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build more of those, except I'm going to fill them with all of the offcuts into this to actually have more acoustic panels in the room. So because once the gyprock comes in, all this sound absorption will be gone, because the gyprock or the drywall will actually have reflection, and so all the sound will be reflected again, but all these absorptions will absorb the sound and we can make it soundproof, as I have explained previously. So these panels will be the ones to absorb all the reflections in the room. So I will have quite a few more. So I have a whole bag worth. So we'll see what I can do with that. Otherwise I might have to sell it back or something like that. So yeah, another milestone's gone. Now it's cleanup time to get it all cleaned up and ready for the gyprock. Okay, now that I have all of my internal installation done, even though there's still no gyprock, I thought I'll do a quick test again. Nothing technical, it just whatever my camera's microphone will pick up. As you've seen, I've already got my door, a single door, no seal. I'm just going to close it, and because I've got no electricity in here, I've got no light other than my trusty mobile phone light, torch light, and see how quiet it gets. At the moment the door is open. I mean, it's a pretty quiet day anyway, but we'll see how quiet it is. No one's mowing the lawn. Anyway, let's close the door. Obviously there is still no seal around the door, so you can I'll just turn the camera a bit so you'll be able to see how you can actually see there. There is still some light coming in because there's no seal, but I'm gonna stay quiet and see how quiet it is in here. You can see, yo, no echo, all consumed by the insulation, so I'm gonna be quiet. Yep, well, that's it. That's how quiet it is in here, and it's very pitch dark. Whoa! Anyway, so it's pretty good. I like it. It's already quite damp. I can hardly hear anything from the outside. But yeah, once the seal goes in and the second door, obviously, it will be pretty good. You can hear the plane. No plane. Yeah. Don't be scared. It just may. Just may.